Hello, everybody. We are here and we are live. Hello. Please do not be shy. Hey, Steve, I see you. How are you, Steve? Hello. You are the first. Yes, you are. I can always count on you to be the first. I love this. How is everybody doing today? Let me know. It's getting chilly over here. Let me know where you're coming in from. I want to know so I can shout you out, and we'll get started with this Q&A today. So I have a few questions already that I'll be able to answer, but please do not be shy. If you have any questions, just put them in the comment and I'll be able to answer them, all right? And if I don't see them, I don't know. It's my first time using StreamYard and everything, so this is super excited. I'm super happy about this. So let's get started with the first question that I have here. So as I mentioned, the question is, where do you live? I'm in Montreal. I'm actually in the suburbs. I'm not directly in Montreal, but I just say Montreal because it's easier for people to kind of visualize where I am. But I'm in Vaudreuil-Dorion, so it's kind of like the suburbs of Montreal, which is in Quebec in Canada. And yes, a lot of people ask me, does that mean that you speak French? Yes, I speak French. I actually went to French school my entire life. I never went to English school. And my mom said you can learn English at home because we speak English at home. So yes, I am in Montreal. The other question, do not forget, if you're popping in here, I want to see in the comments who's here, where are you? Let me know so that I could shout you out. I'm super excited. If you don't realize, I am a little nervous. Even though I love being on video, I am still a little nervous. Like it's crazy. Anyways, let's see here. Then the other question that I have is, do you have any children? Yes. So my channel name is Gig Work Mama because I am a mother. I am a mother to two. I have an 11-year-old boy and I have a 5 going on 18-year-old girl. Yes. Anyone that has like 2 children, those seconds, those seconds are something else. They definitely challenge you. Hi, Michael. Hey, how are you? New sub, woohoo! I wish I had like, what are those, like the sound effects or whatever? I need to look into all of that so that I can like put out a sound effect whenever there's like a new sub or a super thanks or a super chatter, all that kind of stuff. I can't wait to explore this even more. But yes, Michael, thank you for being here. So yes, as I was saying, I have 2 children. They keep me busy. They keep me very occupied. They are into all the things. Now it's actually a quiet time, which is good. In the summertime, it was insane. But now my son does track and field and my daughter does track and field as well. And they both do karate. So that's all we're doing right now. But in the summer, it's soccer and then basketball and all the things. So yeah, it's definitely interesting over here with all the sports, and technically the sports that they do are not in our area, so I'm traveling a lot. I'm their Uber. So let's go to the next question. Do not forget, if you're popping in here, I want to know where you are. Where are you from? Who is here so I can shout you out? So why did you get started with gig work? So this is a very easy question that always pops up. Why did you get started with gig work? And I would say, originally, I actually did gig type work since 2012 about. My son was a few months old and I was doing, those like shopper type jobs that you have on your phone, and like you're a mystery shopper and you go into like a McDonald's and you order and you try to see like how many napkins did they give you? Was the food cold or was it warm? That type of stuff. Yeah, I did that. I still do it sometimes. Not as often, but I did that a lot then because it was easy. I could just pick up, I can go and I can do these mystery shops, fill out the survey or whatever online, and then that was it. That's all that I had to do. So I started doing mystery shopping way back when, and then I stopped. And then I got into the DoorDash type Uber Eats gig work, I would say about a year and a half ago. And that was truly out of we're homeschool, we're a homeschool family. I'm with the children all day, every day. So mommy needs a break sometimes. And I used to leave the house and go shopping. And my boyfriend was like, this isn't working. So I figured, okay, there must be something that I can do when I leave the house, but still bring in an income and not spend a whole bunch of money every time that I leave. And I stumbled on DoorDash because we were living in a hotel when we were relocating because of his work, and we ordered food for every single meal. So I said, this must be like something that's interesting to do. So I signed up for DoorDash. It was a horrible first shift. Oh my goodness, it was so bad. I went all over the place taking orders, and I'm like, how are people making money with this? And then that's when I found that there's like this whole YouTube community. I learned a lot. There's a lot of channels that I watched. And that's when I said, you know what? Let me look at all these other apps. So that's technically how I got started with the delivery apps. But gig work, I've been doing gig work for like ever. Let's see who is here. Hey, Danny. Hey, Shannon, I love that you joined Thursday Roundtable. I am so happy to be in the roundtable. Like, oh my goodness, I love it. Every single Thursday, like my children know now, okay, mommy's gonna go do her, they call it the podcast. Mommy's gonna go do her podcast. And every time afterwards, because my daughter always comes out of her bed, she's like, how was your podcast, mommy? I'm like, go to bed. It was good. But I'm so thankful for Steve to invite me to the roundtable because I love it. I love it. It's really a lot of fun. Let's see what else we have here. And also, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to put them into the comments. Like, these are questions that I already had collected from like different places or that people emailed me. But if you have any questions, do not hesitate to put them into the chat because then I'll be able to answer them live, which is amazing. So this one here, what is one piece of advice you will tell your younger self? Okay, that's an interesting one. That is really an interesting one. There's actually a lot of advice that I would tell myself, my younger self. First, I would say to be smart with your money because I've been working since forever and I was not smart with my money at first. I would say take the risk. There is absolutely nothing wrong with taking a risk in life. And I feel like, just like my quote says there, I never lose. I either win or I learn. And that's a quote from Nelson Mandela. And it's so true. You're not going to know what's going to work if you don't take that risk, right? And if you do, and something doesn't work out the way that you wanted it to work out, all you need to do is readjust. You think about what went wrong and how you can learn from it. And then you know what to do better the next time. So I would say, finances, take care of that. And also just take the risk and you never know what can happen. So I'm I wish I knew that when I was younger. Let's see here, Danny. Do you get tips on delivery in Canada? Yes, we do. So depending on the area, you can have some customers that tip you really, really well, but then you can also have some customers that just don't tip, right? That's what happens everywhere. And I feel like in my area, it depends on, I would say, which app, because I feel like a lot of DoorDash customers do not tip. And if they do tip, it's really low just because the percentage that DoorDash suggests is always lower than the percentage that, let's say, Uber suggests, right? So you have a lot of customers that don't tip on DoorDash. The area is a lot bigger, like it's larger. So I guess that's also why DoorDash isn't like my favorite app out there. Uber, I get really good tips on Uber. Like I could get some high tips on Uber. And I think that's why I really like Uber, because the tips are really well. But then you also get those $3 orders that come in, and all you have to do is press decline. Oh, do you guys have the new accept screen with the accept button? I went out this week because I'm like really part-time. I went out this week and I noticed that the new accept screen was there with the accept button, and you can't accidentally click on an order anymore. I love this. I'm so happy that this is there. Like, let me know if you have it in your market. But yeah, we have it in our market. So yeah, we do get tips on delivery here in Canada. Thanks for asking, Danny. Hey, Dash with Ash in Canada. Aw, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I miss your live streams. I'm just gonna put it out there. I miss your live streams. You didn't know I was gonna say that on my live, but I totally miss your live streams. They were a lot of fun, especially whenever you did like those game shows. Yeah, I just miss them. So yay, they're coming back soon. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Okay, so yeah, once again, guys, if you have any questions, put them in the chat and I will answer them. Now let's see, where were we? Oh, do I have any siblings? Okay, so on my mom's side, no, I'm an only child and I was raised by a single mother. However, my father was a very given person, if you want to call it that. And I have a lot of half siblings, like a lot of half siblings. So I met some of them I still have not met. But yeah, it's very, very small, immediate family with my mom. However, we have a very big family. Like there's a lot of cousins and stuff. But on my dad's side, there are definitely a lot of children over there. Oh my goodness. So yeah, it's he's a giver. What is your zodiac sign? Oh, my zodiac. Oh my gosh, I forgot something, guys. I had something for you. Now let me know what you think about this, okay? Let me know. Let me know if you like this or not. Listen to this. There was supposed to be music this entire time. Well, let me know if you like the music or not. It's just gonna be in the background. It's gonna be a little sound so that it's not super silent in here. You're gonna see, I love going with the flow. I'm very chill, very relaxed, even though like I'm a planner, or I used to be. So here's the thing. I used to be really like type A, planner, everything. But then I had children and that kind of went out the window. So I plan things, but then I forget them. So I completely forgot that I had all this set up and didn't use it. But yeah. Hey, Thomas. Thank you so much. Woo-hoo. Okay, so you missed it before when I said that I wish I had like a sound deck or something. So I'm just going to be making like sounds and like push it on my arms when people subscribe or super chats and all that stuff. So welcome, welcome, Thomas. I'm very happy to see you here. Is that music? Night Drive. No, I listened to Night Drive when I was setting this up, and I felt like it would put people to sleep. Like, what kind of music do you have that's called Night Drive, but it sounds like it would put someone to sleep? I don't know. That just seemed a little sketchy to me. And I was like, that's too much pressure. I'm not going to have like this super like low sound at 9 o'clock at night for me. It's not happening. So let me know if you have any questions, guys. Okay, so here's another one. What apps do you drive with? So I have DoorDash. That was my first one. Then I signed up with Uber. No, then I signed up with Skip the Dishes. That was like a process and a half to get signed up with them. And then I signed up with Uber. And then I signed up with Corner Shop, RIP Corner Shop. I really miss Corner Shop. It's so sad. And I'm looking for other apps just because I like having, oh, and there's Instacart. I completely forgot about Instacart. Instacart was actually the first app that I signed up with, and I didn't do anything with it. Like nothing whatsoever. I signed up with Instacart at first, and then I looked at the app and I was like, huh, how does this work? And I just never did anything with it for months and months and months. It was insane. And I'm looking for other apps in Canada, but the problem is I'm very part-time. And let's say if there's like catering apps or anything, which I haven't seen any of them, like how in the States, you guys have so many apps. I can't do daytime deliveries. So I can't take like, deliver that equivalent and do a delivery in the morning time. It just can't happen. So I'm looking at other apps that I can use. I still have all of those mystery shopping like sites. Some of them have apps now that I look at every now and then. And then there's another website that I use called Freelancer. And that's kind of like an Upwork where there's jobs posted and then you go on the site. So if ever you're looking for something, you go on the site and you bid on the job and you can win, let's say, your bid. So for example, one job that I did, which was actually really interesting, there was a company that was looking into rideshare here in Montreal. So they needed me to gather information on Uber and 2 taxi companies. So that's what I did. I gathered the information and it paid extremely well. So yeah, those are the ones. There's DoorDash, Uber, Skip the Dishes, which is the equivalent of Grubhub in the States, Instacart, and my mystery shopping apps and Freelancer. Oh, and there's also rev.com. I don't know if you know about rev.com, but that's one where you can like transcribe videos or you can like put captions and stuff. I signed up to that years ago as well. It does not pay well. I would not suggest that one. Definitely not. Steve, you don't like StreamYard sounds. They really are very I was like, okay. Yes, you definitely can add to them. And I'm actually going to get the other StreamYard account where I could like personalize everything. So super, super, super happy about that. Do you have laundry, dog walk-in, and courier apps? So I didn't see the laundry app, but I know that in my mommy groups, there's actually quite a few moms that started their own like business because it was one person that we were actually thinking of hiring at one point. I don't like folding. I always laugh when I see that meme that says like, to wash it's like 30 minutes, to dry it's an hour, to put away it's 5 to 7 business days. Yeah, that's here. So I haven't seen the laundry app, but I know that some people do provide laundry services and they're always looking for people. Dog walk-in, I just saw that today because I was looking at other apps today actually. And I saw that Rover was here and I was like, oh, but I don't do dogs. Sorry. If anyone's a dog lover on here, I'm so sorry. It's not that I have anything against them. We actually had a dog when I was growing up because I was living with my grandmother and she had a dog and he loved me. He slept on my bed. But other than him, I don't do dogs. I keep telling myself, don't show fear, don't show fear, even though inside I'm like hyperventilated anytime I see a dog. And courier apps, I never actually looked into them. There was one, I think it was Cars and Cribs when he was talking about the delivery that you can do with the airport runs where people like leave their luggage, like they lose their luggage or something, and then you go and pick it up and drop it off to them. There were 2 places here that offered that, but it's daytime jobs. No bueno for me. I can't do that. But I'm definitely I'm looking because I personally love whenever I leave the house to turn on all of my apps. I don't pick and choose. I turn them all on, and whichever one comes in that has a good offer, that's the one that I'm going to take. So I would rather have all the apps on and choose then, to only have like 2 or 3 apps that I can rely on. Because anytime I don't have, let's say, like a DoorDash shift, or I don't have a Skip the Dishes shift, and I'm just relying on Uber Eats and Instacart, like I feel it. I'm like, how do people just do one app? I don't get it. Hey, delivery gunner. Ooh, new sub. Woo-hoo. You guys are going to be tired of that, but that's okay. That's okay. That's totally fine. Thank you for subbing. I'm so happy to see you here. If you have any questions, please post them in the chat. Is notary public service? Can I do notary public service in Canada? I don't know. Is that like would that be like a part? Is that like a gig thing? Wait, I always thought, notary public service. Is that like notaries? Because notaries here is like a big thing. Like you got to go to school for that and everything, right? I don't know. Maybe you can clarify. Because like I know notaries, like when we bought the house, we had to go to the notary, and like they sign, like you have to sign your papers there and stuff. But that's like a lawyer. That's like, yeah. It is definitely something here, but couriers for notary, maybe? Is that what you mean? Please tell me, Steve. If that's what you mean, I wonder if they have that in the evening. That's actually a really good idea. It's a 3-day class here in the States on the weekend? What? Okay, that's definitely something I'm gonna want to look into here, because like they make notaries seem like they're like the top of the top, right? So, okay, this is interesting. I'm gonna look into that, because if it's a 3-day class in the States, I'll see what they have here. That's hilarious. Let me look into that. Let me see. Are there any other questions? Okay, no. So let me go back to these ones. What is my zodiac sign? What do you think my zodiac sign is? I can tell you, I can give you a few hints. I can tell you that I'm very hard-headed. I'm very loyal, passionate. I don't give up easily. I am like type A, but I can also go with the flow with things, but I do like things to be like in order. But then there's other things that I really don't care what kind of order that they're in. So let me know what you think, what zodiac sign you think that is. And I'll give you another hint. I'm born in like springtime, if that helps. I'm born in April. I'm an Aries. So when they say like hard-headed, hard-headed, yes. But it's good, because that means that like, if I have something in my mind, I'm going to be focused on it and I'm going to get it done, right? That's how I see it. Hard-headed could be a good thing if you use it for the good of everybody else. It could be a very bad thing if, you're not nice about it. Oh, we got Para in here. Okay, so I downloaded the app on the weekend. I did, because Steve told me that people were pinging in Montreal and it wasn't working for me. So I'm like, I need to figure out how to do this, because I want Para. I'm seeing everyone talk about Para and I'm like, how come I can't get it? So yes, I need to look into that some more, because I want to get it. It looked like it was going to be pretty cool. I tried to link my Uber Eats account to it, and that's what wasn't working. So we will see. I need to figure out how those Montreal people are getting it done, because if they can get it done, I should be able to get it done. Let's see here. What is the most you've ever made? Well, okay, in one shift, I would say it was maybe like a Saturday or a Sunday, and I made like over $300. But that's because it was a Saturday or a Sunday, and I was out there all day. Normally, I don't do that. Off of one order, maybe. Not included Instacart, because Instacart I have had like $80 orders and stuff. But let's say on a food delivery order, I think about like 40 something was the highest. And that was an Uber Eats order. On DoorDash, maybe 20 something. It's crazy. It's so crazy how different it is between all of the apps. And Skip the Dishes, I've actually had, I think the customer tipped like $27. But the thing I love with Skip is that they don't hide the tip. So I was able to see that I was going to be making that much. Like, it was great. So the tip was 27. I think the order came up to like almost $40. It was amazing. It was so good. Yes, but Steve and I can't figure out who's using it where. I'm on an Android. Oh, I wonder if I should try my boyfriend's iPhone and see if it works on there. But I don't have like any of my apps and stuff linked on there. But I'm on an Android. I have a Samsung, if that helps also. And yeah, you need to figure out who's using it over there, because they have some tricks that I would love to use myself. Let's see, Delivery Gunner. What is my largest tip? So, okay, are we gonna, I'll do both. With Instacart, my largest tip was like $47 or something like that. Now, the thing that I love with Instacart in my area is I'm like really central to all of the stores, all of the restaurants. Costco is literally a 2.5 minute drive from my house. It's crazy. Really bad for my pocketbook, but whatever. I digress on that one. So I could get a lot of Instacart orders in my area, but the customers that order them live far. So they live like at least a good like 18 to 20 minute to 25 minute, even to 30 minutes away. So you kind of, and the thing that I appreciate though, is most of them tip accordingly. So they know that they live really far. So then they tip knowing that they're far from the store. So that's where you would get a lot of customers that tip like $40, 35, 20 something. Those are the kind of tips that you're going to see. Obviously, you're going to see the ones that tip like $5. And those are usually the ones that get paired with someone that tipped 40 something. So you think it's worth it, and then you drop it off and you're like, oh, great. Thanks a lot. But the largest for Instacart was about the 40 something. And the largest for Uber Eats, that was the 20, whatever, 30, whatever. Largest on DoorDash was maybe like the 15 or 12, I think, that I mentioned before. And Skip was the 27 or something like that. So yeah, those are the largest tips that I've had. I don't get those, you see sometimes people post that they have these like orders that come in. Let's say for you guys in the States, it comes in at like 6 something and it ends up at like 80 something. I wish. I don't see that. But I also don't think that there's like a catering program here. I do have a catering bag because when I was looking into the DoorDash videos, everyone mentioned getting a catering bag. So I purchased a catering bag from DoorDash, which is not a good bag. But I don't get catering orders. So maybe that's why also that I'm not seeing those very large tips. That could be. Let's see here. Why did you decide to start a YouTube channel? So this is actually really funny. I was watching people's YouTube channels, and in another business that I have, which is in like online fitness, I had a YouTube channel. I didn't really do much on it. I didn't know what I was doing, but I used to go live on Facebook and Instagram all the time because I'm a sharer. I love getting information and sharing it with other people, or going through something, having some type of transformation and sharing either while I'm doing it or after I'm out of it. And I can share, what did I go through? What did I do to help myself? What mistakes did I make? How could I help? All that kind of stuff. So I just love to share. So when I saw all these videos out there of people sharing their experiences, I was like, well, I could do this too. And there weren't a lot of channels that were in Montreal. So I told myself, I want to share what it's like to do deliveries here. And especially as like a part-timer, because a lot of videos that I saw were for full-time like drivers. So that's why I started my channel. And then I was like, wait a second, I could do like so much more like with this. Like this is awesome. So that's where I am right now. I'm like, I'm still doing the shares, but now I'm actually looking at the analytics to see like, oh, people love like, when I talk about like Uber and what Uber is doing. So let me try to get more information on that versus just doing like my ride-alongs and just sharing like what I'm going through on a day-to-day. So yeah, that's why I decided to start, and that's why I'm continuing, because I love to share and I love getting those messages where someone says that something that was shared helped them, because ultimately that's what we want, right? We want to be able to help other people out there. So if my experience can help somebody else either avoid a mistake or at least know how to navigate whenever they do make a mistake, hey, my job's done. Let's see what's going on in the chat. You guys are quiet. That's okay. I talk a lot. What editing software do you use? So I use my phone for everything. I have one phone. That's how come sometimes if you watch the videos, you'll hear the Uber chime in the video and then like it'll cut off, because the orders come in on my phone and I record with my phone. So I use Power Director Mobile to do all of my editing directly on my phone. And it is an app that you have to pay for, but I had it from my other business, so I just use that one. But there are a lot of apps out there. And side note, okay, because I love business. If anybody even has an idea of, hey, I want to start a YouTube channel, but I don't know, start it. Do not hesitate. Do not think twice. Do not just pass go. Start it. Okay, because there's somebody out there that needs to hear what you want to say, and it's not complicated. You don't need fancy equipment. All you need is your phone, and there's so many apps out there that you can do it for free, or you can download an app and pay whatever it is a month or a year and just do your videos. There's someone out there for you, okay? There's someone out there that wants to hear your message. Do not keep that inside of you. Do your videos, okay? So yes, I use Power Director Mobile. Hey, Zach. Hi. So happy that you're here. Hey, Christopher Taylor. Okay, so you know what's weird? I can never just say, hey, Christopher, or hey, Chris. Like, I feel like your last name has to go with it. Like, it just flows. I hope you're okay with that. But anytime I see your name, I'm like, Christopher Taylor. Like, it flows together. Oh goodness. Hello. Thank you for being here. If you have any questions, guys, please post them in the chat. Random question. How many different cities have you lived in? So I was born in Montreal, and actually before meeting my boyfriend, we didn't move around. We moved around the city of Montreal, but that was it. And with his work, we got relocated a lot. So we lived in Toronto at one point. So Toronto, Ontario, which is the province right next to us. And we lived there for about a year. I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. Toronto is not for me. And came back to Montreal. And then we moved to Calgary, Alberta, COVID year, so 2020. And we stayed there for a year. And then we moved back to Montreal when he got another promotion to come back to Montreal. So technically 3 cities, but multiple moves. And you never know. You never know where we can go. Like, I'm very flexible. I love the fact that we homeschool, so we can, we can move if we need to move. The children, they adapt. We make it fun. It's an experience. It's an adventure. And yeah, that's how it is for us. That's why I love being able to do all of this gig work, because it helps with the flexibility, right? Steve, like when we did that podcast, that's one thing that, we spoke about a lot. I love the flexibility that we get with all of these gig apps. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing. Just don't call me late for dinner. I won't. I know not to play with a man and their belly. wouldn't do that to you. How many hours do you work? So once again, I mentioned I'm very part-time and it fluctuates a lot. At one point it was, during the week, pretty much every evening from like 7 p.m. until about 9:30, because that's when the restaurants started closing over here. And then Saturday and Sunday was an all-day thing. Now, completely different story. Now I might go out like on a Friday night from 7:30 until about 10-ish. And then Saturday, I try to go out for the whole day, but usually it ends up being like a late afternoon until night. And then Sunday, I try to go out for the whole day as well. And either I kind of sleep in or we have like breakfast together as a family. And then I end up going out in the afternoon and evening while doing groceries. So it's like right now, it's just so hard because my son's track and field is 3 days a week. And then we have to put karate in there. And, I have other obligations. So it's gig work kind of takes the backside after that. So yeah, it's very part-time right now. Let's see here. What is your least favorite thing to deliver? Okay, so I picked up food from this restaurant. I don't remember, 3 videos ago. My car smelled horrible. And I told myself, I don't know what that person ordered. I was supposed to look at the order before I closed it off to see what it was, to never order that or go there and pick up or whatever. It was the most disgusting smell ever. But usually I'm not too picky when it comes to like what I like to pick up or not like to pick up, because it's kind of weird. Like my nose is really sensitive, but I have a really high tolerance for like what bothers me, to the point that I'm not going to make money, right? Like if it stinks but it pays well, I'm okay with it. But like let's say Chinese food, Thai food that have like a lot of soups. There's this one place, they never used to pack it properly. So I always worried anytime I took the soup out the bag that it was gonna spill. But they've gotten better. So I don't mind picking up from there anymore. Wendy's. Okay, so Wendy's, I have a Wendy's right across the street from the Costco. So it's about 3 minutes away from my house. I just don't like picking up whenever there's drinks, because their drinks are massive and I never get like one drink. It's always like 2 or 3 drinks. So then I have to put it like in the cup holder in the back, but you can't put both because they're too big. So you put one in the back, then I put one in the front, and it's annoying. But other than that, nothing really. Like you don't like delivering Thai food? It smells like the whole car. Well, you see, I like Thai food. Like I actually really like Thai food. So I think that's why it doesn't bother me. Oh man. So I love Indian food. Like love Indian food. So anytime I pick up Indian food, I'm always like, ooh, what did they order? Because it smells really good. Or I'll like look at the order to see what it is. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can smell the butter chicken. I can smell the naan bread. Yeah. So I guess it also depends on your preferences. Like I don't like mushrooms. I don't like anchovies. So if anything has those stuff, then I guess it's going to bother me. But once again, if it pays well, I don't care. I really don't. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Will you ever stop working the apps? I don't think so. Just like with the fact that the mystery shopping websites that I have, I've been signed up with them since like 2012. And as I mentioned, I don't always use them. But just 2 weeks ago, I still get the emails whenever they send the jobs. I opened one up and I was like, oh, I could go try on a pair of pants at this store and make $20. Granted, I didn't end up doing it, but I was like, it's there. So I like having my options open. And then I decide if I'm going to do them or not. So that's why I don't think that I'm ever going to stop working the apps. I think there will be seasons where I might work them more or I might work them less, but I don't think I'll ever stop just because I don't feel that there's a need to fully stop. Like, I don't know. I guess if I get too busy, then that would be a situation when I would need to stop. But other than that, why not have different sources of income coming into the household? Like it just, yeah, it works in my mind. So let's see. So this is the last question that I had that was sent in. So let me know if you have any questions in the chat, and if not, we'll just keep chatting, I guess. I don't know. What are you guys doing tonight? Let me know what you're doing tonight. What'd you have for supper? I didn't eat yet, and I know it's 9:40, but it's okay. And I hear my daughter moving on. Her room is like right above me. She's supposed to be sleeping right now. So let's see the last question here. What type of person are you? Early bird or late owl? Like night owl? I guess, yeah. What type of person do I want to be? Or what type of person am I really? So there was a phase where I was a morning person and I would wake up really early to get my workouts done in the morning, and I would work on my other business as well. And that just went out the window during COVID when everyone, no longer had a schedule. And then I was home full time with the children. And now our schedules are just so flexible that, in the morning time, for example, my son wakes up at like 7 something. I don't know why. But my daughter wakes up sometimes at like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. So I wake up somewhere in between there and I get done whatever I need to get done. Right now, I'm in a phase where I'm building a different business. So ideally, I would wake up earlier so that I can get that done. However, I've been, bye, Christopher Taylor, on your way to your W-2. What do you do, if you don't mind me asking? Sorry, I'm really nosy as well. Drive safely. I hope you're not driving and like typing this at the same time. That's illegal here. What was I saying? Yeah, so technically I would get up earlier, but I go to sleep too late. So I can't do that. So yeah, I would kind of say night owl, but I have no problems. If I have to get up earlier, then I would get up earlier. Ooh, good night, China. Thank you, Steve. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you so much. And I will see you on Thursday for the roundtable. Guys, if you don't know who Writer Aurelio is, you need to check him out. He is, can I say, the best gig news podcast on YouTube? Can I say it? Is that like pretentious? I don't know. I don't want to create any enemies here. I know that there's so much drama when it comes to like this gig space, but if you need any news, check out Steve, okay? So I would say that I'm more like a night owl because I could stay up late, but then I regret it the next morning. Oh my gosh, you deliver bread? I deliver bread for a local artisan bread company called Wildflower Bread Company. Oh man, I would be so fat. Sorry. I love bread. Like I used to work in a grocery store and they had these baguettes that they would sell. It's like 89 cents because it's a tiny baguette, but they're long. And I used to purchase that and eat it while I was at work because it's just so hot and it smells amazing. Oh, Christopher Taylor, I'd be asking Wildflower Bread Company, hey, can you put a few extra loaves of bread in there for me? So those were the questions that I had sent to me earlier. Let me know if you guys have any more because I don't have any more. Let me create this banner here. Any questions? This is so cool. I'm loving StreamYard. If you guys don't if you live stream and you don't use StreamYard, I definitely suggest that you check it out because it's super cool. I really like it. 25-year-old sourdough starter. Ooh. So I saw, okay, so I did say that I love business and I love marketing and all that kind of stuff. And this is something that I've been introducing into my channel a little bit more because I feel like we need to have these discussions about creating other streams of income. And since we're all doing gig work, that means that we do want additional streams of income, but we might not realize the potential that we actually have, right? So I was in a marketing group or whatever, and they were talking about this lady that created a YouTube video on sourdough bread, and she ended up creating a course on how to make sourdough bread. Now you might be wondering, like, really? I could just go on YouTube and figure out how to make sourdough bread. But this was someone that took what people actually wanted. They needed to know how to make sourdough bread from beginning to end. And then she provided like all the different resources for them and all that kind of stuff. And she made so much money off of this. And it just gets you thinking the amount of skills that we have that we don't realize some people might want or need. And we don't realize how much we can do with that. You know, I mentioned it in the latest video. I don't know when that's going to come out because I'm kind of late on videos. But if you have a skill, if you know how to sew, if you know how to cook, if you know how to bake, if you know Excel really well, if you know StreamYard really well, if you're someone that, you know, my friend's sister did this. She started a trucking company. So now she has a course on how to start a trucking company. And she just posted another course about like load board or something like that. I don't know what that is. But if somebody needs that information, there's a course that they can get. And this is what we call passive income. You're doing the work one time, you're putting it out there. Obviously, you're marketing it because no one's just going to stumble upon your things. But this is a way to be able to bring in income on your skills, on your knowledge, without you exchanging the time for the money, right? So these are the different things that we have to think about. And there's so many things that I can bring with this. Email marketing, social media campaign, face-to-face, so many different things. But I want us to start thinking about how can we monetize our knowledge, and how can we make it that it's something that we're passionate about, but we don't actually feel like it's work when we're going to work, right? So yeah, that's something that I'm bringing into the channel because I feel like it's needed. Everybody needs to hear that their knowledge is important. It's good information that people want, and they can figure out a way to monetize on what they know, right? And help other people out there at the same time. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. You've been with the company for 11 years. Wow. My goodness. 11 years, I'd be totally fat. I need my services to be able to get fit after eating all that bread. So let me know if you guys have any other questions. I do not want to keep you too late because it is 9:48 over here. So depending on where you are, it could be a little late. But I just wanted to come in and do this live Q&A because, first of all, I never went live on my page other than with the roundtable. And I wanted to do the Q&A because I was like, a lot of people came onto my channel recently, especially from like roundtable, the podcast with Steve, a few of my Uber videos, like they're going crazy. So I'm like, all these people are here, but they don't know me. So this is your way to get to know me and see who I am. So that's why I wanted to do this live Q&A with you. 6:48, that's like a whole day. I wish it was 6:48 over here. Oh my goodness. I'd be like, I have the whole day left. I think I'm gonna go work out after this. I have a lot of energy right now. I'm so happy you guys are here. So happy. Oh my goodness. I was so nervous starting this out, but I'm so happy that it worked out well. Oh, thank you guys so much. It really means a lot that you took your time to come out here and spend the last like 49, 50 minutes with me. And I got to know you a little bit more. You got to know me a little bit more. And it's awesome. I'm super happy about that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I will leave you with this. It's not going to be original at all, guys. It's really not. Thank you. This is me. This is me. So hopefully you have a great night. Yes, Christopher Taylor, thank you. You see, I thought of that and I forgot it. Thank you. Please hit that like button if you're in here. Please, please, please. It lets YouTube know that I'm not just some crazy person on YouTube, putting out videos, and that you actually like what you see and you had a good time on this live stream. If you're popping in now, let me know if you have any questions. I'll stay on for maybe like another minute. And if not, you can go back and check out the questions that I answered earlier. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you again. Hit that like button. I'll see you on the next one. I have a video that I am editing right now and hopefully will be out by Friday. If not, you can catch me on the Rideshare Rodeo Roundtable on Thursday. And we have a special guest who's going to be with us for quite a few videos. So it's awesome. I'm so excited about this. I hope you have an amazing night, guys. Please stay safe out there. Christopher Taylor, please stay safe while you're driving to your W2. And I will see everybody on the next one. Thank you. Bye.